Hi there, I'm Petar and this is PetarSmiljana Qigong channel. First, I would like to remind you to subscribe down below. It would mean so much to us, so we can get enough of subscribers to rename our YouTube channel to PetarSmiljana Qigong channel. Thanks, guys. Okay, today's theme is scientifically proven could be a new religion. Well, what I mean with that is that today and during the past years I heard so many times that something is scientifically proven, and if it's not, well, it actually doesn't exist. It doesn't have any value, any value in a real sense. I mean, it doesn't really matter. So if it's not scientifically proven, it could be also a childish dream, imaginative thing. If something is not proven, you might say actually that it's a part of some thought or some mindset that believes that the earth is flat, and well, that might be like that, but actually it's not really. If you go any further, you know, into science thing, I mean how the science is, how the science actually works. It's not like that. The science is not perfect. The science doesn't have all the clues, and actually I can just say that the instruments that the science uses are made by, for example, machines that was engineered by computers, and those computers were made by human hands, and those human hands operate on our mind, my mind, your mind. So, and we make mistakes, and those machines or those instruments are not perfect, and they cannot measure everything. That's the first thing why the scientifically proven thing is not really something to be something that we could say that it's 100% sure or it exists. Actually, science is wrong as anyone else, because the science are we people, not something above us. We humans are actually part of life, and life is so much more than the science thinks it is. So for example, life is all about including, all about sharing. Life is all about collaboration and connection. And you know, science doesn't work that way. Science excludes, science separates, and science wants to find the smallest particle in the universe. But you know, there is no smallest part in the universe. Every time they will get to a smaller part, there will be another smaller part which is even smaller than this one. And that's the one thing that the science is getting wrong. So when you start to exclude things, you're getting dumber and dumber, not wiser and wiser. And that is one of the things that the science won't get us anywhere. I mean, in this way that we are thinking now, we need to start connecting, and we need to start to cooperate, and we need to start to put things into oneness, into wholeness. And if we will start to see our environment and our lives as a wholeness, for example, I am the part of one community or one whole group of humanity, but I'm still one. You know, I'm still one. I'm still a part. I mean, my personality didn't evaporate when I said that. I'm even more me, you know. I'm even more myself if I say that. So when I connect to other people or to other human other life beings on this planet, even how can I say, even to the life that is not really alive. I mean, to for example, to rivers or stones or earth. I actually am getting even more me, even more of me. So this is one of the reasons I started this video. So to talk about this topic, you know, this wholeness of life, and also about this. I'm sorry to say that, but it's sort of stupidity, you know, because scientifically proven doesn't mean anything. When you start to think with yourself, by yourself, the statement that says scientifically proven or scientifically proved is nonsense, because there is nothing to prove by these means that science uses today. It went even to our society or our social structure of communities. We live as, for example, we are competing from even from the kindergarten. We are educated to compete, and there are games only of competition. So they need to be losers, and there need to be winners, and those who win are only a few moments they're winners, and afterwards somebody else comes and they become losers, and so on and so on. And we don't learn things from this, you know. We are in this competition game only for so we can be dominated by somebody else, and we dominate each other, and this is so cruel, you know. You'll be old someday, you'll be without stamina, or with I don't know. For example, you're 20, 25, maybe 40, but someday you'll be 60, 70. You won't have that stamina as you have it today. So how would you like to be dominated by someone or some government or something? So we should consider that. We should start connecting, and we should start collaborating. This is the future. It's not a competition. It's not the real thing. It's been pushed to us. We've been pushed to these situations. Been scientifically wrong, and we've been naturally we are right, you know, and we have right to live. And life is actually all about sharing and connection and collaboration. If you open your eyes and you go to nature, you can see that nature is collaborating. For example, if there was no collaboration, there would be no life on this planet. There would be no life in this universe if there was no collaboration and connection. And connection is actually the other word for love. So if you're not connecting, you're not loving. And Buddhists say the glue in this universe is actually compassion, and compassion is the other word for love. Well, scientifically proven is that 99.99999% in the space is empty space. I mean, in the universe is empty space, and only 0.0000001% is matter, and we are part of this we are part of this 0.00001%. And can you imagine that this 0.00001% is only partly proven by science. So because the science is young and it's it does get mistaken because it's we are the science, so we people are oftentimes mistaken, so we can learn something new. And we say that we're actually getting somewhere, but I think that we are not getting anywhere, since 99.99999% of the universe is actually something that doesn't exist. For example, a vacuum is filled with ether, and ether is subatomic particles. Some are proven, some are not. And this ether is actually the thing that we need to consider, since it is for our science it doesn't exist. It hasn't existed since 1908 or something like that, when Albert Einstein came with his theory of relativity, and everybody else who had anything or any opinion about this theme was shut down. His career was ended. You could not speak, you could not write, you could not publish anything about this theme. So you should consider about this scientifically proven. Let's say that scientifically proven is dogmatic as any other religion, and that's why I say scientifically proven is actually a new religion. Until recently, acupuncture points in a human energy system were not scientifically proven, and Qi, for example, also wasn't proven, and nowadays it's proven. There could be measurements, because Chinese government started to realize that it needs to be like that, and they made some scientific proofs about it, and now it's scientifically proven. But energy meridians are not scientifically proven. But may I ask you something? How can Qi exist? Points on acupuncture points on these meridians exist, and the lines through which this Qi flows, they do not exist. Well, something is wrong, and I say yes, something is really, really wrong, and I'm thinking, I'm not doubting, and doubt is the main reason we are here. And I call you again, please start thinking and stop doubting, because doubt is just another barrier on your way. Until recently, I also believe in this scientifically proven thing, but I started to think. I didn't start to doubt. Doubting is actually tool that will put you in a place and will stop you from improving and growing in this lifetime. So stop doubting. I was also in this scientifically proven fog. We know of many cures and many roots and many green stuff and many plants that would help to cure a lot of diseases which are present today in our society. But they say they are poisonous, or they are not they're not there to you cannot use them. You are not allowed to use them. You're even not just share them or share knowledge about it, but you cannot use it even for yourself. I will not give an examples, because you know some of these plants, but I think that for example, someone might say, well, if they're so good, but then there would be somebody to prove it. But I might say again that it doesn't work that way. Okay, if you would prove something like that, for example, that there is a plant that would help, for example, for some major disease, you would knock out something else out of the question. For example, there are millions and millions invested in scientific research, and nobody will let you do it, you know, even though you might help millions and millions of people. That is not how it's done. And that's why we need to go further than this science thing is, and we need to start thinking by ourselves. Well, if you would prove, for example, you get a chance and you prove something like, for example, one plant, one flower that grows on every grass, that is very healthy, you might start a domino effect. For example, you would knock out one thing that would be, actually now it would be a loser, because this is a competition game, and then it would be this one that was knocked would be knocked by would knock another one and another one and another one, and you would start a domino effect. And this is why these system structures are so afraid. You know, they're not supporting that kind of thinking. They're not supporting our creative mind. They're trying to suppress us, and they're trying to get us into this feeling of unworthiness, and that we are more or less all losers, you know. And we are not even winners. We are all just brothers and sisters, and I mean, with the whole, with the wholeness, not only humans. All of life, we are all brothers and sisters. We are all connected, and that's the thing that we need to consider when we are approaching life. And well, as I said, life is not about competition. It's about connection and collaboration. And yes, even though I was talking about collectiveness and community, it's just me and you who is watching this video, and my and your mind, and mine and your intellect, and mine and your emotions and intuition, which is above all the main thing that it really matters. And I think that we should follow this intuition, and it will lead us, me and you, to this joyful experience, which is life. And well, may the Chi be with you.